Hi, welcome to my first video, hopefully one of many. And this one is of my tour with Galicio about a week ago at the end of August 2008 around the barrios of Villa Crespo and Colegiales. Hope you enjoy it. There was a ton of graffiti in Colegiales, most of which were drawings of characters from what's here known as the muñequismo movement, from the word muñeca, meaning doll. Otherwise, it was traditional hip-hop style tags, but there were fewer stencils and political images. On my way there, I passed by this bridge, which Galicio had painted all over. So then I met Galicio outside this building, which he got commissioned to paint. This one, unlike his work on the bridge, he had planned in advance. One of the most important and most photographed graph spots was nearby, and it was quite the sight. It was on the side of this huge power plant, and the owners had apparently asked over 20 graffiteros, including some Brazilians, to work together to paint this masterpiece, which stretched across the whole block and around the corners. So the story behind this, as I remember it being told, is that Negro Salto was this crazy thief who used to hang around that area, and that he was killed by police officers one night. So then on this wall, people had scribbled messages in his honor or remembrance or whatever. So when the graffiteros were commissioned to repaint this wall, they decided to keep Negro Salto's memory alive. As Galicio told me, es un chiste. So then we continued on the tour. Most of this, by the way, is on public walls or in abandoned buildings that poor people have moved into, I guess technically illicitly. Here's an example of another popular kind of graph. I don't really know what to term it, but it's kind of like tagging for local soccer teams. Unfortunately, what I don't have video or pictures of is what the graffiteros refer to as the Mecca, which is a part of town where the military dictatorship had cleared out space to build highways. But the regime fell before it could realize this plan, so now these empty lots have turned into public parks of sorts, and a Mecca for graffiteros looking for ample public wall space. And here's work by the Italian graffitero Blue. Brilliant guy. Check out the link on my thanks page for a video of his graffiti in Buenos Aires. Well worth it. And then Galicio took me to this other abandoned house where he got permission to paint on the wall. Okay, finally we went to this area nearby one of the bus terminals, and there was lots of graffiti there, including a bunch of pieces by Jazz, one of Galicio's favorite artists, and these are some of his works. Near the bus station, as you probably noticed in those photos, there were also a ton of tags, which brings me to the next chapter. On my way to meet Galicio, I noticed a lot of traditional style tagging on the walls, and then I realized that I was near train tracks. And subways, of course, were such a central part of the original graffiti movement in New York City, where I'm from. Later on, in Villa Crespo, near the bus terminal, I encountered more complex tags. Okay, that's it. Thanks.